The desire for fresh, wholesome food is a powerful one, connecting us to the land and the sources of our nourishment. Many of us dream of stepping out our back door to gather eggs, harvest vegetables, and for a growing number, that dream now includes a pitcher of creamy, fresh milk. The idea of a home dairy might conjure images of sprawling farms and large cows, but there is a much simpler, more accessible path. This essay is your guide to one of the most rewarding homesteading endeavors: keeping dairy goats. They are a wonderful choice for those seeking self-sufficiency on a smaller scale, offering rich, delicious milk without the extensive space and feed requirements of a cow. We will explore a clear and straightforward plan to bring this satisfying practice into your life. The problem is simple. You want control over your family's milk supply, ensuring its freshness and quality. When considering a home dairy animal, the humble goat often emerges as the most practical and delightful option for many families. Their smaller stature is one of their most significant advantages over cows. A dairy goat requires substantially less space, making them a feasible choice for those with a large backyard rather than dozens of acres. Their housing needs are modest, and their impact on the land is gentler. This smaller size also translates to more manageable feed costs. A goat consumes far less hay and grain than a cow, which makes the ongoing expense of keeping them significantly lower and more sustainable for a family budget, a very good thing. Beyond the practicalities of size and cost, the milk itself is a compelling reason to choose goats. Goat milk is renowned for its rich, sweet flavor and creamy texture. Structurally, the fat globules in goat milk are naturally smaller than those in cow's milk, which many people find makes it easier to digest. For individuals with mild sensitivities to cow's milk, goat milk can be a wonderful alternative. It is also a nutritional powerhouse, typically higher in certain vitamins and minerals like calcium, vitamin A. Your journey into goat keeping begins. 2 fundamental decisions: selecting the right breed and preparing a proper home for them. Not all goats are created equal for milk production. For beginners, several breeds stand out for docile temperaments and excellent milk. The Nubian is a popular choice. Long floppy ears, Roman nose. Nubian milk is rich and high in butter fat, ideal for cheese, yogurt, ice cream. If you want higher volume milk, Alpine, Saanen. Alpines are hardy and adaptable. Saanens are the Holsteins of goats, high yields, gentle and calm. La Mancha, tiny elf ears and a placid temperament. Reliable milkers and easy to handle, great for families with children. Next, find a reputable breeder. Avoid the cheapest auction picks. A good breeder has a clean farm, healthy-looking animals, transparent herd health history. Ask to see health records, tests for CAE and John's disease. After selecting goats, they need a safe, comfortable home. Goats need shelter from wind, rain, and snow. A simple 3-sided structure in a secure pasture often works. Shelter should offer about 20 to 30 square feet per goat. Space prevents crowding. Floor covered with a thick layer of absorbent bedding. Pine shavings, straw. Clean bedding regularly to keep things dry and hygienic. A clean pen equals healthy animals and clean-tasting milk. Fencing is equally important. Goats are curious escape artists. A weak fence invites exploration. Fence should be at least 4 feet high, preferably 5 feet. Woven wire, cattle panels. Walk the fence line regularly to check for gaps or weak spots. A secure outdoor area lets goats exercise, browse, and soak up the sun, vital for physical and mental well-being. A proper home is the foundation of good goat husbandry. A consistent daily routine is the cornerstone of keeping happy, healthy, and productive dairy goats. Their dietary needs are specific, and understanding them is key to their well-being. The most important component of a goat's diet is high-quality forage. Provide constant access to good grass hay. Allow them to browse on pasture. Unlike cows that graze, goats are natural browsers. Leaves, twigs, brush. Roughage keeps the rumen working. The stomach chamber where digestion begins. Provide varied forage to keep digestion healthy. For milking, goats need extra energy. Use a specialized goat grain mix, but give it in moderation. A common mistake is overfeeding grain, bloat, urinary calculi in males. Rule of thumb: 1 pound of grain per 3 pounds of milk. Always provide fresh, clean water. A milking doe can drink several gallons a day. Goats need free choice loose minerals formulated for them. A simple salt block is not enough. Copper, selenium, calcium. Mineral deficiencies cause problems. Poor coat, low milk production, higher susceptibility to parasites. Spend time with your goats daily to observe behavior. Healthy goat: bright, alert, good appetite. The daily ritual of milking is where the dream of a home dairy becomes a tangible reality. It is a quiet, rhythmic task that connects you directly to your food source. For consistency and the comfort of your goat, it is best to milk at the same times each day, typically once in the morning and once in the evening, about 12 hours apart. Most goat keepers use a milking stand, which elevates the goat, includes a headgate and a small feed trough with grain. Hygiene is the most critical element. Wash hands, keep the milking pail, strainer, and storage jars impeccably clean. Clean the udder and teats, then dry completely. This prevents bacteria and stimulates letdown. Strip the first few squirts to clear the teat canal. Trap milk with thumb and forefinger. Squeeze down with remaining fingers. Alternate teats, gently. Avoid pulling or yanking. Continue until the udder feels soft and the streams slow to a trickle. You can hand milk or use a small mechanical milker. Goal is a gentle, efficient emptying. Immediately strain to remove debris, then cool as quickly as possible in an ice bath. Transfer to the refrigerator. Properly chilled, fresh goat milk will last about a week. To enjoy a continuous supply of fresh milk, you will need to understand the goat's natural reproductive cycle. A doe must give birth, or freshen, to begin producing milk. Her lactation typically lasts for about 10 months, after which she will need a 2-month dry period to rest before her next kidding. This means you will need to breed your doe annually. Most goat keepers breed in the fall for spring kids. The gestation period for a goat is about 5 months. Kidding can be a nerve-wracking time for a new owner, but most does give birth without any assistance. Have a clean bedded stall prepared, your veterinarian's number handy, and a basic kidding kit ready. The financial and time commitments of keeping goats are important considerations. Expect to spend a few $100s per goat from a good breeder, and several hundred more on infrastructure if you are starting from scratch. Ongoing costs include feed, bedding, minerals, vaccinations, fecal tests. Plan for about 20 to 40 minutes of work per day for a pair of goats, covering feeding, watering, and milking, plus periodic cleaning and hoof trimming. Every goat owner will eventually face a few common challenges. One of the most prevalent health issues in dairy animals is mastitis. Watch for a hard, hot, lumpy udder or clumpy milk. If you suspect mastitis, contact your vet immediately. Internal parasites are another constant concern. Weight loss, rough coat, decreased milk production. Work with your vet on a strategic deworming plan based on fecal testing rather than an arbitrary schedule. And there is the classic problem of goats escaping. Be vigilant about fence maintenance. Be aware of local regulations regarding animal ownership and the sale of milk. Many towns and cities have zoning ordinances that may restrict keeping livestock, so check the rules before bringing animals home. Laws for selling raw milk are strict and vary widely from state to state. Using milk for your own family is generally fine, but selling it often requires specific licenses and inspections. A quick call to your local agricultural extension office can clarify legal requirements so your home dairy runs smoothly and within the law. The culmination of your efforts is the profound satisfaction that comes from a self-sufficient lifestyle. The payoff of keeping dairy goats extends far beyond a simple glass of milk. It is the peace of mind you gain from knowing exactly how your food was produced, from the quality of the hay your goats ate to the cleanliness of the milking parlor. This direct control means you can ensure your milk is free from additives and produced with the highest standards of care. The flavor of truly fresh goat milk is a revelation. Sweet, creamy, delicious. This liquid gold can be transformed into tangy chev, firm feta, wholesome yogurt, decadent caramel sauce. Daily chores create a grounding rhythm. The quiet moments in the barn can become a form of meditation. Their manure enriches your garden, and their browsing helps manage overgrowth. turning weeds into a resource. For families, goats teach responsibility, biology, and the cycles of life. The bond with these affectionate animals is a reward in itself. Getting started is a matter of following a few simple sequential steps. Begin with education. Read books, browse forums, connect with experienced goat keepers. Create a budget and a plan for your infrastructure. Build your shelter and your fence before the goats arrive. Select healthy does from a trusted breeder, then establish feeding and milking from day one. Find a good vet and keep diligent records. With a little planning and consistent care, a pair of dairy goats will reward you tenfold.